past few days has been amazing. I've gotten back to gym. Just this past week, we were out on a holiday retreat with my partner. It was an amazing experience. We were out in the mountains, just in the quiet, getting away from the city center and just getting back into gym now. I just feel a bit more motivated. I feel sharper and yeah, just feeling a bit more hopeful for the next couple of weeks and the next couple of months that are coming up. We are on the tail end of the winter season as well. So summer's coming up and spring, it's getting warmer. So yeah, everything just feels like there's just hope. There's hope in the air, and I'm all for it. It's been over 3 years now since I've moved to Cape Town, and I feel as though now is actually the perfect time to make this video just to speak about my experiences having been here. What differences have I seen that are prevalent or that are present in the city compared to say Joburg? I'm just simply making this video just to document my experience, what I've seen, and how I feel about things. While I was preparing for this video, I just decided to make a proper research and just document things down just so I can compose my thoughts and I can deliver a better video to you guys. In this video specifically, I want to tackle two issues, mainly the housing and the transportation differences between the two cities. The first topic that I would like to tackle is the housing. It's no secret that Cape Town is expensive. And with that in mind, I realized that what you would typically pay for when it comes to rent in Cape Town versus what you're getting in Joburg is significantly higher. And I did a little research and I found out that rent in Cape Town is 26% more expensive than it is in Joburg. So in Cape Town, you'll find that an apartment that would cost you around 4,000 rands in Joburg will cost you around 7,000 rands in Cape Town. Now, that's a significant jump, of course, and you'll be asking yourself as to why is it that it's so expensive? There's multiple reasons that I'm not going to get into in this video. You can look those up yourself. But yeah, there is a huge jump between the two cities, and Cape Town is significantly more expensive. One thing that I've noticed that is very common is when you do house viewing in Cape Town, you do so with 10, if not more, other people. So all of you guys are looking for the same apartment. And there is a weird thing where property agents will take a non-refundable application fee. And I feel as though that's quite unfair on the people that are looking for places to stay, because if you are looking at multiple properties and you keep paying those non-refundable fees, they can rake up, to a significant amount in a very short space of time. So that's something just to keep in mind. But I found that it was a bit easier for me to get a place to stay back in Joburg as opposed to here in Cape Town. One of the things that I would suggest anyone to do is to always use a reputable site whenever you're looking for a space or a place to stay. And also do your research on the letting company that is managing that property. And the mistake that I did and that got me into hot water and I got scammed, it's all my fault, to be honest, because I didn't do my research. I'm not going to name it, but I'm just going to show it on screen. So yeah, I went onto one of those sketchy websites and I learned the lesson the hard way. My suggestion would be that you find someone in the city. I know that not everyone has someone that they know in Cape Town, but when you do look for a place, it helps to have someone that's going to go into the property and do the viewing on your behalf. You don't just want to blindly pay deposit into a property that you haven't seen. Yes, you're not going to see it because you'll be all the way up in Joburg or any other place, but It'll help you to have someone who's going to do the viewing on your behalf, send you videos and photos, and actually see the property themselves. I know that's not enough to help you not get scammed, but at least you would have ticked off one box out of the many boxes that are there. On another topic of discussion that I'd like to tackle when it comes to the differences that I've seen between Joburg and Cape Town is transportation and commute. I think Joburg is slightly better, and I'm speaking from a perspective of someone who grew up and lived the majority of my life in the township. With that in mind, yes, the two cities are just as advanced, and there's a lot of choices or options when it comes to what type of the mode of transport you can use. Both cities have Uber services. Both cities have buses. Both cities have taxis. Both cities have trains. In Cape Town specifically, I've noticed that there's a few options. So there's a MyCity bus route. There's Golden Arrow buses. There's a MyCity bus. Doesn't operate in all areas of Cape Town, but it does cover a wide range of areas. There are taxis. And on the topic of taxis, I've noticed that they use, in my opinion, the old Johannesburg taxi system, where it's a taxi rank to taxi rank type of system. I've noticed that it's very difficult to find taxis that are going into certain areas, and you can't just catch them anywhere. You specifically have to go catch them at a taxi rank, unlike in Joburg, where the system is a bit more liberal and lenient. Another thing that's also interesting when it's speaking about taxis in Cape Town is that you do not pay your money directly to the taxi driver, but you use a gachi. So there are guys called gachis. They work alongside the taxi driver. So it's basically the taxi driver's assistant. He's the one that calls out the passengers. He's the one that collects the money and just makes sure that the taxi driver just focuses on just the driving. I personally think that Cape Town is a place where you actually need a car if you want to maximize your experience. And the reason I say that is because, again, there is a lot of public transport. However, if you really, really want to maximize your experience while you're here, I would suggest that you do have a car, because there's certain areas that I've mentioned, like for instance, the MyCity route doesn't get to. Even though there is a MyCity bus stop at the airport, the bus doesn't go from the airport to the city center. But it's just something to keep in mind. The traffic is insane in Cape Town because there are two main routes that are leaving the city center, and you can either go the N1 or the N2 route, but the traffic is always congested. So if you have experienced the traffic that connects Centurion to or Pretoria or Midrand to Joburg, that route is like 6-lane route, but the traffic there is insane. So it's almost the same here, but eventually, the traffic just loosens up and you're able to get like a free-flowing drive. And part of the reason why there's a lot of traffic in Cape Town is, well, compared to Joburg, it's also simply because of the geography. Everything in the Cape Town city center is built around the mountain, which means that there is less routes to go in and out of the city.